Good afternoon, Madam Chair and members of the committee. I'm Bob Dunn, the Director of Public Policy for the Roman Catholic Diocese of Manchester, and I'm here today on behalf of Bishop Peter Libasci to respectfully register our opposition to House Bill 1324. And I should say right at the outset, obviously the Catholic Church has teachings on the disposal of human remains, and I am not here to suggest that you should act in any particular way because that's what the Catholic Church teaches. All I would like to do is to ask you to consider the principle that is at the heart, not just of Catholic teaching, but it's at the heart of the secular body politic as well, and that is the principle of the inherent dignity of each human being. As you look at the various laws and rules that deal with the disposal of human remains, it's pretty obvious that they're proceeding from the starting point that those remains are entitled to be treated with respect. And that's clearly a consequence of the dignity that that human being possessed in life. And it also serves as a reminder of and a reinforcement for the dignity that human beings possess. And so the way that we treat human bodies is to some degree, it has an impact on the way that we treat living people as well. And that's why we oppose this bill, because in our view, natural organic reduction of remains is a process that simply isn't consistent with human dignity, especially insofar as it's tied to human composting. Because to treat the human body in a utilitarian way is something that reinforces the principle that living humans can be treated in a utilitarian way, in our view. Now, I recognize there are going to be differences of opinion on what is consistent with human dignity, but I simply ask that in all of the discussions that you're having on this, and we've heard a lot of technical things today, that as you deliberate, you answer for yourselves in your own minds, first of all, the question of whether this process comports with human dignity. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Are there any questions for Mr. Dunn? Representative Schmidt?
Thank you, Madam Chair. So I'm wondering, it seems like there's a kind of a value judgment with regard to the use of the term
Compost.
That's I was trying to remember exactly what the composting example. But when Representative Lamontagne was testifying, she talked about the fact that once a certain status is reached or state is reached, there is no more DNA. It's not human remains anymore. It's just stuff. She didn't use that word, but I'm using it.
Right.
If there's no human, no DNA, there's nothing left of the human body, right? It's just stuff.
Right. Well, I'd answer that, I guess, by saying two things. First of all, that was a human body. Okay, so it's something that I think is inescapably still human remains, and if it's not human remains scientifically, it certainly is, I think, existentially or philosophically. But secondly, Mr. Morin testified that there is still DNA that's associated with the bones that are in the soil, as they're calling it. So I guess I would just simply respectfully disagree that this is something that is separated from that human being that existed previously.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.